Hello and welcome to my patch notes rundown for the 16th of December. This is actually my 100th patch note video. It's crazy how far we've come from the first upload. Thank you to everyone who has given me feedback and watched them over the 4 years. Anyways, this week's update introduces a rework to Shooting Star D&D and an array of changes to the Woodcutting and Fletching update. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Starting with the Shooting Star update, Wizard Rosalina has been added for the activity on the second floor of the Wizard's Tower. Converted Stardust to an uncapped currency that can be stored in the currency pouch that also allows players to teleport directly to Wizard Rosalina. Added a new reward shop to Wizard Rosalina to spend Stardust in. Added 12 new locations to where a shooting star can land. Added proximity triggers for nearby crash stars. Rebalanced mining XP and progress. These are the results of my tests. There's basically no RNG, so these numbers should be accurately reliable. This is just base XP with no bonus XP at all, not even outfit. I also didn't use any double orb bonuses that do actually work on Stardust. I think overall these numbers are pretty good considering that you can't do this consistently other than maybe the lower level layers. Added a new tier of star which is size 10 and requires level 100 mining. Added head bars to show overall and layer progress when mining a star. Star layers will be mined at the same rate regardless of how many players are mining it. This is a positive change as it doesn't discourage players from sharing their star locations. Added a daily cap of mining 3 different crash stars a day. This is so unnecessary. I don't think stars would be overpowered if there was no cap considering it's a D&D and players would have to go out of their way to engage with it. In this state, it becomes another daily for some people where the list is getting out of hand and overwhelming. It also limits players from being able to grind out the rewards for no good reason. In terms of balance, it's extremely important to note that the XP rates exceed normal training methods only at high level layers, and even more important to mention that they don't last a very long time, making them very inconvenient and inconsistent at high efficiencies. Another reason not to make it daily and allow it to flourish is that it is a community driven activity. I mean, when was the last time you saw so many players in the same place socializing with each other? Added a 2-minute duration before a star can be mined when it's first found. This restriction takes place if the star is found within the first 10 minutes of its landing. This has been added to give other players time to arrive at the star to not miss out on the higher level layers which are now very lucrative. Public telescopes have been added to various locations around Gielinor. Telescopes now tell players the size of the upcoming star along with the time and location. Added 4 new achievements for shooting stars that can be found in activities. I like the fun one where you have to get hit by a star, but I'm not a fan of grace periods as it skews the accurate representation of what players have achieved, and it also demotivates players from completing the requirements as there's no immediate removal of their reward. Added a single daily teleport to an active crash star to the Magic Golem outfit. Daily D&D reset tokens can now be used for either resetting the daily cap of 3 stars mined or the daily sprite loot reward and buff. Moving on to 110 woodcutting and fletching. Wood boxes now have an inspect option that displays a list of contents within them. Increase the GE buy limit of Eternal Magic logs from 1 to 25,000. Increase the drop rate of Perfect Eternal Magic branch used for the Masterwork bow. The Everything is Tremendous achievement is now progressed even when an ensouled moonstone consumes the log. This is a great change as it allows players to complete the achievement while also progressing towards getting the new tier 100 hatchet. Increase the XP gain for fletching Eternal Magic stocks from 45 to 102. Reduce the XP gain for fletching primal bolts from 630 to 150. Reduce the XP gain for fletching primal arrows from 525 to 147. I think this nerf was a bit too extreme, as prior to this change it was definitely insanely good at 3 mil XP per hour at 50 GP per XP, setting it above broad arrows in efficiency only if the player has the ability to make at least 30 mil GP per hour. This overnerf will cause making these ammunition to become completely dead content, which feels like a bit of a missed opportunity considering the constant demand this would make for the supply of eternal magic logs and primal bars, while also providing high level fletchers an expensive method of training the skill really fast. Slightly increase the window of time to receive a guaranteed bird's nest when reacting to a lumberjack's intuition when chopping eternal magic trees. Upgraded eternal magic weapons can no longer be fletched using a portable fletcher and require a fletching workbench as intended. Added normal wood spirits to more drop tables. Added oak wood spirits to more drop tables. Added noxious and ascended essence to the smithing interface. And moving on to general changes. Menethos reputation requirements have been removed from the Menethos questline. This includes Crocodile Tears, Our Man in the North, and Fight Club in preparation for the new desert quest coming in January. Added a hungry reindeer to the Christmas village which can be fed Christmas food in exchange for Christmas spirit, with a daily cap of 25 food. Each piece of food gives 20 Christmas spirit, up to 500 instantly when hitting the cap. Another daily, woohoo! But at least it gives a use to the abundant amount of Christmas food that we get from presents. Peppermint outfits are now automatically unlocked in the wardrobe when received. Several mini-bosses within Elite Dungeon 4 have had their Slayer XP reduced. Notably, Cerberus Juvenile was used as an AFK, long-lasting, and a very decent XP rate. I personally think this nerf was needed, however it's also fair to say that it took too much time to change considering how long it's been known for since the launch of Group Iron Man. Kadan and Ironworth elves in Profindus will now correctly reset their debuffs on defeat, allowing Group Iron Man players to obtain loot if they deal 100% of the damage. Even more items can now be stored inside the Group Iron Man storage. The list is quite extensive, so if you're curious, feel free to pause the video. And that's it for this week's patch notes. I think the shooting star rework was a pretty big success, however I feel like they sometimes create dailies and limitations without any gameplay purpose other than to extend the days players will engage with the content. As always, if you have any feedback for the videos, a question about a specific patch note, or if you'd like to discuss any of the changes, please feel free to leave a comment down below. Anyways, that's it from me. Thank you for watching and take care.